Most people enjoy the privacy of their backyards. It's a great place to hang out with family and friends, but not when you have a view like this. Now, this fence is 20 years old. It's seen better days. So today we're going to restore some of the beauty to this backyard by getting rid of this old fence and putting up a new vinyl fence by Croy. Our crew has already torn down the old fence, hauled most of it away. Now they're getting things ready to install our new fence. Joining me today is Marty Morris with Texas Vinyl Systems. Good to see you, Marty.
Hi, Glenn.
Now, Marty's going to take us through the major steps on today's project. One of the major steps is digging the holes for the new fence.
Right, absolutely. It's the toughest part of the job. Right now, we're replacing an existing fence, so we have some post holes that interfere with our new hose, so we got to dig some concrete out.
It's easy to see why the homeowner wants to replace the old fence. Look at this. Termite damage, an old post here just rotting away. So we're putting in the new vinyl fence, and there's a lot of choices here, Marty.
Absolutely. This is what we're going to put up today, an 8-foot tall solid white privacy fence. A lot of people like different colors, so these are 2 new colors available for your fence panels. It gives you a wood grain appearance in light gray and light tan.
It does look like wood. Okay, before we can put our fence up, we have to continue our digging, so let's get going.
Let's get to work.
We've got the auger here. This is another reason why this is not a job for your average do-it-yourselfer, a lot of heavy machinery. We've mixed up some concrete. We'll use this to secure our post. All our post holes are dug. And Marty, we're starting here in the corner of the yard. Why is it critical to start here?
The furthest most corner post is your most critical post. It's your point of origin. It's going to establish your fence line, where it's going to run. So you got to get this one perfect to have a good looking fence.
You got to get it straight, and you got to get it level as well. How are we going to get it level?
Well, we're going to put a little level on it right here. And this is going to tell us if we've got it straight this way, that way, that way. So we'll get the bubbles right on the mark and we'll be perfect.
Our corner post is in place. We have a second post in now, approximately 6 feet away from our corner post. We also have a string line here. Very important to make sure, of course, that our fence line is straight. Marty, what's our next step?
Next step, Glenn, we're going to put the bottom rail in.
Okay.
This is what we use. We crimp each end so that it fits into the specially cut out slot into the post.
Okay. I see those crimps there. Why don't you crimp?
And here's our specially made crimping tool that puts that notch in it.
All right, we'll flip it over and do the other side.
Okay. All right.
Okay, our bottom rail's in place, and now we have the pickets to pop in the groove in the rail, and then they fit together tongue and groove. Great thing about this, you don't need any nails, no glue or anything like that. They just...
Yeah, it's going to give you a solid privacy fence. There's going to be no gap because the tongue fits into the groove.
Right, no one's going to look into your yard through this because it's a totally solid and tight fit. Let's get back to the height. I talked about it being 8 feet high. Is that unusual?
We've done some 8-foot fences. Typically, you'll do a 6-foot fence. We have to do some special things on 8-foot tall fences. We have to go deeper in the ground with the post and reinforce them with concrete so that they will withstand your normal thunderstorm activity that's common to this area.
Right, and straight line winds as well are common really all over the place.
Exactly.
And of course, it being 8 feet, that gives you even more privacy.
Right.
Our last picket's in place for this particular fence section. Now we've got to top it off, Marty.
That's right. Top rail is identical to the bottom rail. We're going to put it over the pickets.
Okay. And it's going to fit right in just like the bottom rail did.
Slide it in place. Exactly.
And we're going to continue this process around the whole yard. Put our fence posts in, put our bottom rail in, our pickets, our top rail, until we have the yard all fenced in. Day 2 of the installation. We've made a lot of progress, but we still have some more work to do. We've come to a point here in this fence section where our pickets will be too wide to fill in the space.
You're exactly right. Anytime you end a fence line, you may have to custom cut a special piece to fit in there. If you will take a measurement.
Okay, I'll do that. 2 7/8.
2 7/8. We'll cut a piece that wide and we'll be back in business.
Marty, next we come to the gate. We've already got it set to go for the most part. We put it all together. We drilled some holes, put the hinges in place. It's about 3 feet wide.
Right.
Is that average, Marty?
Yeah, average 3 foot. We can make up 2 5-foot gates.
And it's still safe. Now all we've got to do is line these hinges up, screw them in place, and we're good to go. Because we have 8-foot posts, we're going to reinforce them with rebar and some concrete. Now, Marty, if this was only a 6-foot post, would we be doing this?
No, 6 foot and under is not necessary to put rebar and concrete in the post.
Because what we're doing here is basically stabilizing it because it is so high.
Right. We're going to fill the post about 18 to 24 inches above grade with concrete.
I put some vinyl adhesive on this cap here, put it on the post. 2 days of hard work, Marty, and we're done.
We are.
I want to thank you and your crew for a great job.
Thank you very much for having us, Glenn.
You're welcome. Now, the cost in the vinyl fence is twice that of the wood fence, about $40 a running foot. But it comes with a lifetime guarantee. As far as maintenance, very easy. All you have to do, once a year, hose it down with a little soap and water to keep the mold and mildew off, and it should stay looking like new.